percussion instrument that way. So I basically learned what the individual instruments were capable, what I could expect from them. And then once that was decided, it was also decided between the two of us that we would, maybe it's my California upbringing, I don't know. Lucky was from Colorado, but he always had tons of wind chimes in his room of all kinds, shell and wood and bamboo and metal, and he used all of these in the performance because it was part of the sound that I resource. And it was up to me then, once I was armed with this information, to write something, to be able to notate it and put it down on paper. So when I wanted to, the percussion parts are fairly specific, maybe in a certain sense a lot more specific than some of the other instruments. And because of Humphrey's friendship with Lucky, the two of them were very, very close. They were just kind of automatically linked. Now Paul Severson, who was the violinist in this, who premiered Phaedra earlier, there isn't as much of a violin part. And this is what he tells me, because when I asked what are his recollections, he said, well, I don't really have many. He said, I didn't have a whole lot to do in that piece, so I wasn't around for a lot of the formative parts of it. And Paul Severson was how I knew Humphrey and Lucky, because Paul and I grew up we were playing music since the end of junior high school together, and we've been friends all these centuries later. And I got to know Humphrey and Lucky at Yale through Paul, and that sort of accounts for all this. Now, the electric guitarist I got to know through Paul as well. The sax player, I told you, the guy wore dark glasses. I never knew his name. Lucky got him for us. I met with him, because obviously I got all those biting reed things and the honking gestures that goes through practically all my pieces. But I can't remember his name. And Paul doesn't know his name. He never took the dark sunglasses. I'm not even sure what he looked like. But the guy showed up for all the rehearsals and the concerts and just played the shit out of the piece. And it was just, his contribution to it was stunning. So wherever he is, if he still is, I still sing his praises. And I worked with the flutist Bob Dick, and I got a lot from him. Otherwise, the sitar part, well, Lucky Moscow's brother was Marty Moscow, and he played sitar. He learned it in India. And the auto harp part, well, my roommate used to, Bruce Hansen, we knew each other since San Diego. He used to just sort of sit and crazily sit out on the front porch when we lived in an apartment in New Haven.
And play.
I mean, the trees, and he just plays out of tune. That was like totally crazy. Wonderful, wonderful crazy. But there was always this, sort of droning sound. A very busy, out of tune auto harp. So all those personal things got written into it, and so we have we got the vocalist, we got the percussionist, trap drum player, you got the electric guitar, you got the sax, you got the violin, you have the cello, which is me, the sitar, and the auto harp, and that's the core group. And that's how the sitar and auto harp kind of got added, mixed in with that.